Welcome back to the Fantasy Football Formula. We have the second pick in this Best Ball Mania 4
Go.
draft. We're going to be doing these drafts all throughout the summer. We have about 30 seconds until our pick. I love getting one of these top. Like, this
Well,
is my
yeah,
favorite point to do.
especially because we were just hyping up a Bengals stack, so we better hope
Sir.
nobody sneaks Jamar Chase number 1 pick over us.
I mean, I would not mind getting Jefferson or Chase, so I'm
Yeah.
happy either way.
But
one or two is a great landing spot.
It's my
it's way
favorite
more
spot.
fun to get Burrow though, instead of Kirk.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Especially because if you watched our previous episode, we kind of came to a consensus he could be the MVP this year, so lines up perfectly.
Oh, he took Chase.
All right, we got Jefferson. That's fine.
He must be watching the live stream.
Dude, that happened last time too.
Fantasy football juggernaut.
Yeah. Oh, we should have.
All right, we're pivoting.
We'll live stream the next one.
Okay. Corey's not with us. His plans changed, so if we win this, of course, he will not be splitting this with us.
Really sorry. I mean, he still wins because we'll probably just end up buying a house in Florida right next to him. So,
oh man, that would be funny if this won a bunch of money. So I mean, we took
Where
if we
does
took Jeff,
Addison go at?
like 70.
Yeah, 67. I don't
do you
know.
have like all 200 players memorized by now, PB?
Yeah, I
That
pretty
was
much
quick.
That
That
was
was
really
quick.
I pretty much have every week 17 like game. I pretty much, I mean, I know every like matchup, and then ADP. I'm pretty. I mean, I've done so many drafts already.
Mm-hmm.
Degenerate over here. But
Let's hope
no, I
someone
mean
good
Jefferson, I
falls.
actually haven't got a whole bunch of because like obviously he really goes like 101 most of the time, but he rarely falls past even two. And I've taken Chase a little bit more than him, so like it's nice like getting a team with Jefferson.
Yeah, especially if you're running a lot of drafts, it's good to have
Yeah, you want to have a
some
good
nice
portfolio.
exposure.
I guess let's bring up
Season
this draft
23.
board.
Cooper Cup at 3, that's a little unusual.
Tyreek, CMC fell a couple of spots from ADP. Diggs, Bijan, Eckler, Brown, CD. I feel like 8 through 12 is probably pretty
I hate 10
locked in.
and like 11 because it's like you don't get any of like the top guys, but then to me, like at 12, like you just get whatever falls to you, and then you get the first pick of the next round. I don't know. I don't really like the end of the draft this year at all.
I don't
I
know
liked it.
because I love picking between the 4 of like CD, Amon-Ra, Garrett Wilson. I don't love
Devontae.
Devontae. I
But
don't love Devontae, but
the reason why I
Quarterback
don't like
situation.
yeah,
it feels like you're just getting a better. So like people are making a run on receiver now, and like barely any running back get taken. So by the time it comes to us, we get like we got like one of the best two receivers, but then you're also going to get one of the best running backs in the second round. While everyone else seems like they're almost playing catch up, so they're getting kind of like the secondary players of each position, if that makes sense.
mm-hmm.
All right, so we're 5 picks away. We got the 23rd. That's in. Okay.
I mean, if what do we got here? So 23rd. I mean, Saquon. I
If
would
he falls.
I mean, do you
3
guys ever
picks. There he goes.
play like blocking other people too? Because you're competing against some of these other teams. So like,
No, you're not. You're
you
not
could
competing
take
against the teams within your. You're competing against.
to get out of it, to get out of the first round into the playoffs. You are.
Yeah, but you're not. You shouldn't be thinking about that. You should be thinking about your own team
Right.
mostly.
But like here, you could go T. Higgins and prevent the full Bengal stack.
Yeah, I guess I don't think of it as that. Like I only think of other players as like if they have two quarterbacks, like, and I need a quarterback, maybe I'll wait because I'm like they're not going to take another one, and then I'll still get it on the way back. But
Mhm.
that's the only way I'm thinking of other people's teams. What do you think? T here? because I love the round three. Like we're gonna get one of these running backs either,
Yeah,
but I think
we got
there's a.
three picks after that.
I think we
Yeah,
take.
I think T. Higgins is going to have a
Yeah,
huge year, contract year. He's going to have to prove that the Bengals need to invest in him. So I think he's an awesome pick here.
And now they don't get the chase.
Right.
That's the
See,
thing.
see
Like
what I mean? It's like it shouldn't be the number one, but a little bit of a factor.
well, it's
especially
more.
when he's one pick next to you.
Yeah,
It's like
that's what
it
I
Same
mean.
shows
on
that like if
Hurts
you
there.
have the second spot,
Hurts Smith. Okay,
you
so
don't get sniped as much. I
I like
vote.
Brees Hall.
I like Brees Hall a lot as
I like
well.
Josh
Derrick
Jacobs
Henry.
or Josh Jacobs or Brees,
Yeah.
but it is a contract year for uh Josh
Jacobs.
Jacobs too.
They tagged him, right?
Um,
Is that what he
I'm not
got? Or
sure.
is he still got one more? I know he was trying to negotiate a new deal last year and they didn't give it to him.
I'm actually not sure. So it looks like the quarterbacks, like what I've
I'd like to
noticed
go in
doing these
3 and 4.
drafts, quarterbacks have kind of started to slip back. They were going in like the mid second for a little while, but now they've kind of, you know, if you notice, Josh Allen just went at like 27.
Yeah. Mahomes 22, Hurts
Yeah,
24, Allen
they're
27, Lamar 28.
yeah they're kind of falling to like the instead of the mid second, they're going late second into the third now.
Yeah.
See, I feel like Mark Andrews is a terrible value pick there. Like, what
I
is the
disagree.
opportunity cost
I love Andrews this year.
if you can stay healthy?
Andrews and Pitts are my favorite tight ends. Right.
Shocker.
Yeah, but
That's a shocker.
Mark Andrews typically hasn't been in the past just because they've run the ball so much, but now with the new, with Monken in there, I think that they could pass it even more. I know there's more target competition, but Andrews is still going to be the main guy, and he won't get doubled as often.
Yeah.
You think
I
they'll
actually
roll
like
out
Kyle Pitts
Likely
more
anymore?
this year. He's kind of out of that like rookie zone for tight ends where we typically see them break out around age 25, so he fits that profile.
I mean, he's
And I
23.
think there's probably a chance that Taylor Heineke is starting by like week 4 or 5. So I actually don't think he's that bad of a quarterback. He's better than Desmond Ritter for sure. But we've seen him, have Terry McLaurin be fantasy relevant, which is good because nobody on the Falcons pass catching team has been relevant at all.
Yeah,
Bijan's about to be wide receiver 1 and RB1.
Yeah, he seriously could be.
I mean, they got a nice offense. Like when you think about
Their
it, they have,
defense, dude, they
Playmakers,
stacked
yeah.
up their defense in free agency.
Yeah. I
it's
think they're
better.
going to
I
be
don't
kind
think
of a
it's
sneaky
stacked, but it's
team.
better.
Significantly better.
Nick, doing these drafts, Alex, I know that you've done a few, right? How many? Like three or
Yeah.
four.
Yeah.
Nick, when you've been doing these drafts, have you been leaning like wide receiver heavy, like in the first like 7 rounds or so, 7, 8 rounds?
Yeah, I mean, I'm at the point where I've tried pretty much every different strategy, but the ones I walk away with the most confident, I go pretty wide receiver heavy up front, like even 5 out of the top 6 picks.
Yeah, dude, I
I
love the
really like
receivers
those
really.
teams the best. And, you come away with either like one of the top running backs or one of the top QBs. I like to wait for tight ends personally, but I definitely like to go wide receiver heavy just because everyone else does that too. So I don't think I think your running back value drops a little bit. So it's not as barren back there. Like when you're between picks like 100 and 150, the receivers are like kind of
Yeah.
pretty questionable, but I think you have a lot of surefire like starters and good role players for their teams. They're not superstars, but I think you get good values at some of these other positions later in the draft. So
Yep.
I like going wide receiver heavy.
Same. I've been loading up on receivers early because it's like I love the receivers for the first like honestly, I think there's like tier gaps after like the second round and then after like the fourth round, but like especially after round like seven. Okay, we're almost up here.
Yeah.
47. We got some running back value that fell to us. Is there a tier gap at receiver here? Let's see what the receivers are.
And keep in
I
mind,
lean,
we've got 2 in the next 4 picks.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So if we go, yeah, it's still a little
I
early.
lean Christian Kirk here.
Over Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
What RBs are there? Najee. Ooh, we should take Najee and or Kenneth Walker, and then maybe
Um, maybe not. I mean, this would be some good value on Najee,
yeah.
and yeah, maybe we go Najee because this team needs a running back, so we might get a receiver that falls to us.
All right.
We did see Pittsburgh invest in their offensive line, so only up from last year, right? He's got the volume. We know he's got the
Tons of
skill.
volume. Yeah.
So yeah, I think we will get one of Kirk or Allen here because I doubt they go back to back
Well,
receivers.
yeah,
They
with
could,
no
but
running back.
I would love Keenan Allen.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Every
yeah,
time
but I mean, I like Christian Kirk more than Allen anyway. So
Yeah.
they go back to back.
come on, let Christian Kirk fall to us. I mean, Ridley could be the guy. I've been taking a bunch of Ridley too, but I mean, we saw Christian Kirk, and I mean, he thrived last year.
Yeah, he did.
I think like any of the Jags players that you get are perfect best ball players because one of them's getting at least 20, 25 points a game. I don't, if Christian Kirk has a few less games at that tier, like we saw Zay Jones produce an insane amount of 20-point games last year. I think he probably is more affected than Christian Kirk.
I agree there.
Yeah.
But and the thing is, I still even like taking Zay late, like because he's going fairly late.
Dude, he had some
But
3 touchdown games last year.
yeah,
Like
that
that
Jags
offense
offense
is,
is gonna be cooking.
I
yeah.
think Trevor Lawrence is set up for a breakout year.
Oh yeah, big time.
I mean, they built around him for sure. The playmakers are there. They built up that offensive line. I think they did everything right to, give him the tools to take another step forward. So,
Yeah, they went toe to toe with the Chiefs in the playoffs.
right.
Let's not forget.
Yeah. Like I think T Law is an easy scratch into a top 10 fantasy QB this year too.
Yeah.
I like him more than Lamar, honestly.
That's a hot take, but don't mind it. We should probably start thinking about quarterback like games like week 17 stacks and like game stacks. So right now we're looking at
So
no
we got pick
Burrow's gone.
71. Yeah.
Um, if Lawrence fell to us, I mean that would be a almost a round of value on Lawrence. Um, Jefferson, like Kirk Cousins, an easy one because like I mean if we're taking
Right.
Jefferson at 1 or at 2 overall, we're really thinking he just has like I mean the
Yeah.
best fantasy season of any player. So I mean Kirk Cousins is probably I mean
We
you
could get
always
him
say
back
he'll finish
here.
as a top 12 quarterback,
Yeah. And we can get him in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
right?
Like
He's kind of a good middle of the road guy, like high floor, low ceiling.
I like him a lot if you go 3 QB too, because he's like very solid starter, but he's not going to
Yeah.
probably put up crazy numbers consistently. But you might
Yeah,
have a guy who you're drafting later in the draft, that second and third guy, they could go off one week when he's like, all right, formidable, but need an
yeah.
explosive game.
I think he's a 3 QB kind of guy. If you go Kirk and then you like wait till later and then take 2 guys like with much later picks. But if you go like Kirk Cousins, Deshaun Watson or something like that, I think you can get
Oh
away
yeah,
with it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Like using 2 mid-round picks on quarterback.
yeah. I'm saying if we waited and got him in 2 rounds, and like the rest
Yeah.
of these guys here
Gotcha. Okay.
are,
I think it's crazy though how many points QBs have been putting up, I think, in the past couple of years.
yeah,
So it's pretty important. I think it's pretty important. Like if we could get Trevor Lawrence too, I think that, we'd be done at QB then.
So just cue T Law up in case he falls.
No, just don't even mention his name because someone will.
Well, we want to have guys in the queues that we can
No,
choose.
no, no. They'll know.
Yeah.
They'll
Well,
know.
because we got to look at other players. We just want to have him in the queue.
All right, he's gonna get picked right now. I guarantee it.
That's fine. But we got to look.
Just go to like the overall view.
All right.
No, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I mean, I like JSN a
Yeah.
lot. Oh, if Marquise Brown falls, I mean, Marquise Brown is maybe my highest owned receiver.
I'd rather go Addison though if we're gonna do a Viking stack. Like if we didn't get Lawrence
Marquise
here
just
and
went.
we waited a round or two to get Kirk, I don't know.
I mean, I think you got to look at some value too. Tyler Lockett is tempting.
Yeah, and we have Najee and Seattle plays Pittsburgh as a Week 17 stack. We could look at Geno if we don't get T-Law or
Yeah,
like
I'm
I think
honestly
you can go.
happy with any of those top three
He's
guys.
already got two
there.
QBs. I think we're gonna get him.
Yeah,
Wait, what quarterback does this guy have? Juggernaut.
He went Mahomes and Allen.
What quarterback does
No,
this guy?
he's
have?
got
He's got
Jalen
Hurts.
Hurts.
Sorry, he's
Okay,
got
I don't
Hurts.
think we take Lawrence here. I think we take. He's not going to take. He doesn't have Ridley. He's not
So
going
who do you
to.
want? Damian Pierce?
I say Addison. Honestly, I think. I mean, if we go Addison, we have the double stack,
That's what I'm thinking.
and then we get T-Law, and then we get Kirk.
I had 2 seconds.
I
Yeah,
like it.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I just.
T-Law and Kirk, then we don't need 3.
He's
Does this guy have Ridley? I didn't think he did. Right. I just want to
No.
make sure. Okay.
You got Devonta.
It wouldn't make sense for him to take T-Law with taking Hurts so early. Like it would be a bad pick.
Well,
Yeah.
does it make sense that this guy has these 2 guys on his team?
No, because they're unstacked.
that's interesting.
Mahomes and Allen. That's what.
Mahomes and Allen, like
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
I mean, he could get the whole Chiefs roster besides Kelsey, pretty much. But I mean, it's just a dumb. I don't know. I don't think it's a good
He's
strategy.
really banking on both of them putting up 40-point games like in opposite weeks. I think like PBU brought up something on the last draft we did about wasted positions, right? Like there could be that's a high pick to not be playing someone like every week.
Right. Like you want to take like Hurts and then like someone really late, someone that has like maybe like a Purdy late if you think he's going to start or trade. Like just take a flyer because you're banking on Hurts putting up almost all your points the whole year.
Yeah. What were you calling them? Dead roster spots?
Yeah, just like dead rosters. You don't want guys that are just like not contributing to your team. Well, a dead roster spot really means like they're just like zeros every week, whether they're just do not plays, they're injured the whole year, like they're just dead.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just with one less roster spot than everyone else. But
yeah, but like when you're going 2 QB that high, like you're guaranteeing that one of your top 5 picks is always going to be a dead spot. So like,
yeah,
that's not great.
not good at all.
That's like you're handicapping yourself.
Let's go see what we got. What's our next pick at on the big board?
95 and 98.
So where does Kirk go? Kirk
104.
And we're at what was it? 95 and
98.
So we'll take Kirk with 98.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something to mention for Tank Bigsby. I know he's a pretty overlooked guy. He ranked in the top 5 pass target shares for college running backs ever.
Wait, say that again.
Tank Bigsby was ranked in the top 5% of college running back targets.
Targets.
Receiving targets ever.
Yeah.
Like he was one of the most pass heavy running backs ever in college football.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying
not a lot of people are talking about that at all.
They're also saying that ETN isn't going to be catching a ton out of the backfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys saw too?
Yep, that's what I was just about to say. And so like I think Tank, if you know he gets to us at around that ADP and it's a nice value, we can I like you queuing up Evan Ingram there though.
Yeah, It would work nice with our T-Law,
Yeah.
Kirk.
Yeah, I'm
Ingram.
gonna have to get over Evan Ingram this year after that late game touchdown he lost me the Millie Maker in last year.
Brutal.
Oh yeah, I remember
Remember
that.
that?
In the
Brutal.
Like the
showdown?
last it was like the last play of the game, he scores a touchdown and I was in first place in that tournament. I think
It
it
was
was
at
the
the
Millie
showdown?
Maker. Yeah.
Yep, that showdown is a tough business. It's like
I
you
ended
just
up winning like $500, but I was like
Almost
crushed.
don't even check, but until the clock hits 0.
and even then you could get stat corrected out
right.
of first, which just happened to me.
No way.
Crazy.
You got that much money. You're holding that phone in front of your face. You're like, come on, come on. Like
The
it's the
screenshots
craziest
to send to your
adrenaline rush of
friends.
all time.
yeah.
Yeah. FaceTiming
Okay.
everyone you know. I'm about to win a
So
million.
okay.
All right, so we're 3 picks away. Ingram got taken. So where do we think we're looking here? I know we're going to get Kirk on the turn. What does this range
I
feel
mean
like?
James Conner, if he's
Yeah,
there, isn't
I
bad. But
know.
honestly, Quentin Johnson's the last receiver. Okay, well, he
There
just
he
went.
goes.
Honestly, I don't hate James Conner right here. I don't love a lot of these.
As he
Nope, he
gets
just went.
picked.
I like
David
Javante.
Montgomery. David
No
Montgomery.
way, Javante.
The
He's
David
healthy.
Montgomery, dude. David Montgomery is
No
going
way.
to
Jamar
shock
Gibbs
you.
is a first round pick, PB. Come on, use
Dude,
your head.
Javante Williams is coming off of a ACL tear, and
He's good. He's
I
got your look. How much does Sean Payton use running backs? Come on,
okay.
you know it.
I
That
thought
was big.
David Montgomery going at 95 there. Oh man, I've been taking so much David Montgomery. I guess
Why do
now
you
I have a
like
share.
him?
This is my first share of Javante, but
Why do you like David Montgomery this year?
because they have one of the best offensive lines, Jameer Gibbs is going to be in. Like David Montgomery, remember Jamal Williams from last year?
Yes,
Led the league in touchdowns.
that's what I think. I
Not
think
even that
Gibbs
great of a
assumes
talent.
that role.
What?
I think Gibbs assumes that role is
No,
kind of like
Gibbs is going to assume they didn't trade for Montgomery or sign him or whatever to not use. They're going to use him on the goal line and in like short yardage situations. He's going to score like double digit touchdowns. So Kirk,
Yorp.
oh, you could have got Monty. Could have had them both.
well, I mean,
No,
we
I had to
needed
get the
Kirk.
stack.
Yeah,
I think we're done at QB. What do you
yeah.
think?
We're done at QB, so now we have stacks with both. We can try to take Zay um late, but now like so Jacksonville plays Carolina and Minnesota plays Green Bay. So like those are just some guys doing the rest of the draft. If they happen to fall where we are and around our pick, we should be targeting Panthers and Packers.
Mm-hmm.
DJ
Let's
Chark is one that stands out.
let's try and avoid week 9 buys too if we're between people. If we're, it looks like we're gonna go whole Jags stack. So
Yeah, but um, yeah, I
just a
think
factor, not not the main decision point. But
yeah.
we're
So
between two guys.
we have four receivers, three. Okay, so it sounds like we're definitely getting three tight ends. That's like a fact.
Well, yeah. Let's see where the tight ends are at.
Well, guys that immediately fit into our stack would be I don't like Green. I'm Musgrave's the tight end, but I don't really draft him. He's a rookie.
Rookie.
Hayden Hurst. I love where he goes. He goes as one of the last picks of the draft. We would get him in the stack with Jacksonville. So I think Hayden Hurst is a tight end to target around like pick 200, 190. Um, and then DJ Chark is a great receiver pick. Like,
Yeah, I love Chark.
and if we don't get
He-
Chark, Terrence Marshall, really late, like as the last pick of the draft, he goes undrafted a lot of the times. They're talking him up big time right now.
Mm-hmm. He
Or
had a
even
pretty
Laviska Shenault
good year. Yeah.
They're saying
Hasta la
Chenault-
vista.
in
Laviska is
Debo's
gonna,
role.
yeah.
So we could take him as like a flyer. Like he could be like a difference maker. Like we could take him in legit the 18th round. But any like Marshall. So at least we have a Carolina guy to run back with our Jacksonville game. And then Chuba Hubbard is a running back that I
Nope.
love as a value.
Won't
I
touch him.
just love I love the Jacksonville Carolina game in Week 17. I think it's a game that could score a lot of points, more so by the Jags. But I just love all the values on the Carolina side a lot. Like all
Yeah.
their receivers go super late, their running backs go late, tight end goes late, their whole offense goes late.
Yeah. You could build a whole Panthers stack in like the last 5 rounds.
You can, yeah.
Yeah. You
But I
literally
don't
can
like
do that.
Bryce Young, so I don't do it. But
Yeah. Could you click tight ends in here, Alex?
Yep. Kincaid, Schultz.
no, we're not doing tight end this round. They're not taking Kincaid.
Just line them all three up.
Well, it's our pick. It's our pick, so we
Oh.
want to get our guy here. So what running backs are there?
Penny.
Zay Jones.
We'll put running back and receiver on the board. Okay. Penny, I like. Damian Harris, I like. Zay, I like. We could get Zay with our next pick. I don't think we take.
I don't
I think we take
hate
one of the
Penny.
running backs.
Penny's got the best offensive line in the league.
Yeah, I like Penny.
Yeah, I like Penny.
We are stacked at running back.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Stays healthy.
I mean, if any of those guys stay healthy, they're all kind of injury prone.
You can't. Yeah, I mean, you never know.
But that's good. We got 4 pretty good running backs when they're healthy. So,
Or Javante, was it an ACL or wasn't it something worse?
I think he tore a few different CLs.
Yeah, it was multiple ligaments in the knee.
Yeah.
It was like ACL, PCL.
Yeah, that's what I'm more worried about because Brees Hall did, but
Yeah.
I don't think it was nearly as bad as Javante.
But Javante Williams was an absolute battering ram out there.
Yeah.
He was so fun to watch and cheer for.
Most broken tackles.
Yeah.
When he was playing.
All right, so Zay Jones gets picked. Who do we like? I hate these. I hate this
Harris?
receiver range, honestly.
Damian Harris or Sky? But we got Zay.
All right, well, we got Zay.
Yep.
All right, let's see tight ends. Just look at them all together. See where everything's falling.
Well, just click running back, receiver, and tight end.
Yeah, we're done with QBs.
Yep.
All right.
So we are picks 143 and 146.
Dubs. He would be a Dubes, whatever. He would be a run back for Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love him, but
they said that he could rack up, like he could have the most receptions on that whole team.
if Jordan Love can learn to play quarterback, I guess. I'm just not very confident on him.
I mean, Watson's most likely, yeah, he's a wide receiver 1, but I mean, but again, it's the game stack. Like we have Kirk, Jefferson, and Addison.
Yeah, I think my upcoming picks would be Tank Bigsby and DJ Chark.
DJ Chark,
150 range.
Yeah, we got what are 143 and 146.
At 146, definitely Chark. I mean, even at 143, I don't mind it, but I would prefer to. I don't think we take Tank that early though. Like we already have 4 solid running backs. I don't think we reach on one. And we have a double stack already. Like we don't.
Yeah, we do
need Tank, and we can get definitely a solid running back value late.
Yeah, let's get some more receivers. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
we'll leave them up there, I guess. But
Chark is definitely one to target.
Yeah,
here,
I like Chark a lot. We need a tight end.
I like Gallup.
I don't hate Cole Kmet. He was top 5 in touchdowns last year for tight ends.
I hate Cole Kmet. I don't think I've drafted him once.
I mean, he's a good underdog guy because he's pretty reliable as a touchdown source. I think in this round, that's what you're hunting for. You're not going to get the 100-yard touchdown type of tight end right now.
But there's no reason I think Cole Kmet should be at this in round 12. And then guys like Hayden Hurst and Jake Ferguson and all these other starting tight ends and way more pass-heavy offenses to be in round 17.
No, I get that. It's just touchdown dependability. He was a consistent red zone look, and they didn't get another red zone threat receiving option for. I don't think DJ Moore's a red zone guy personally, but and we know Chase Claypool ain't it.
So 143. Hopefully, here go scroll up to the top again. So we have Mingo. I like Nico. Alec Pierce is honestly like people like Pittman, but I feel like his skill set seems to align more with Richardson, which is like the deep ball. But
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely the right type, boomer bust type of player. Honestly, if Kincaid falls, I wouldn't
no, dude.
hate it. It's pretty good value. Makes our team unique.
I think
I
we
mean, you're
should
getting
be
him 20
going.
picks later.
Yeah, but Dawson Knox goes to like 170.
I think Dalton Kincaid is playing the slot.
Yeah, they said they drafted him as a wide receiver.
Yeah. That's pretty much been confirmed at this point.
I mean, Mingo fits our Carolina stack, and he's almost.
See,
But
I feel like that. I feel like Jonathan Mingo's a perfect example of like the rookie hype is just way too high
yeah,
right
no, I
now.
like Chark more for sure. I don't think Mingo
Yeah.
should be the guy going off the board, so we can pass on him. But it's just not like when you drafting a Jacksonville Carolina stack and he happens to fall 20 picks past ADP. It's not the worst thing, but
What do you guys think of Tyler Higbee?
I've taken he's one of my highest
Hate
owned,
it.
but that's because I've been taking a ton of Daniel Jones and they play the Rams week 17, so I've been taking a lot of Higbee. But
Don't hate Irv Smith either.
I
Yeah,
think
I'd
we get
rather
a receiver
I get Chark
or
here because
running
we know
backs
we
on the
like
board.
him, and then we'll talk about it.
DJ Chark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then let's talk through what we like. I don't mind Irv Smith.
Don't mind
He's
Irv.
underproduced his whole career, but he's gonna have his best year with
Best
Burrow.
situation he's been in.
We
What
have T
running backs are there?
Higgins. We have T Higgins too, so I like the you know
Roshan, Raheem, Tank.
Yeah, definitely pass on running back
Who
here.
does Minnesota play week 17?
Green Bay.
Okay.
So we've
Say
kind of,
Dubes.
but I
Deuce
don't think
is
he's there
gone.
anymore.
Yeah, he got
No,
drafted.
no, I know. Yeah.
We have to take Reed,
Mm,
but we'll take Reed if he falls. We don't have to take him.
Roof.
I like Hyatt or Pierce
I like Hyatt.
or
I don't mind
It's like
starting
the
to go for
Giants
tight end at
offense.
150. I like Higbee and Irv personally.
All right.
Hyatt's kind of fun too because I think when he scores a touchdown, it's going to be a 50-yarder,
Yeah.
and he'll probably do that like 4 or 5 times.
Big boomer bust. Underdog.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets 3 or 4 more catches in there, but
should we queue up Reed in case he falls to us?
Sure.
Michigan State man, huh?
I mean, we could if we're going 3 late tight ends, or I mean, we've taken 0, right?
None.
Yeah,
I
so
like
we
I like
we could
Gerald
do
Everett,
4. We
Juwan
could do
Johnson.
we could do 4 tight ends, and Musgrave is a guy we could take late.
The only out of the top 5 tight ends right there, the only guys I don't like is Taysom Hill and Sam Laporta. I don't think rookie tight ends is, we've been over that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you take a rookie tight end,
I would
just take
rather
like
have one of these 3 guys.
Yeah. I think
Or
Gerald
Jawad
Everett was like
Gerald.
pretty fantasy relevant last year. I mean, he was a top 15 guy.
Of
I think he was
110
higher than that.
points. Yeah.
I just like Donald Parham. He's like the tight end too, and I think he could get more involved this year.
Just a giant human being.
Yeah, he's like their blocking tight end. They only send him out like on trick plays, not the main ones.
So
Third
we're
and
up.
third and 7 though. Herbert's always looking to Gerald Everett over the middle.
What there's usually at least a value at running back that falls here. Let's look at that because like at this point we can take any 3 or 4 tight ends late, but we could be getting close to being done at running back or receiver here shortly.
Okay.
So we're gonna be it'll be 166. and right 167.
Yeah.
So I mean, Devin Singletary is like to me, it's like okay, Damian Pierce is probably definitely the guy, but it's like Singletary is more of a reliable like pass blocker, and I think could be in there on more third downs.
Here's my thing. We saw him on a better offense, better O line. Like the
Yeah,
Texans O line is bottom 5 in the league. And we know he's a backup now, and he still wasn't fantasy relevant as the main guy.
I mean he had some weeks, yeah.
Like he could barely beat out Zach Moss.
What other running backs are there? There's Jeff Wilson. I mean Zeke is a guy like there's certain guys like Zeke, Fournette, and Hunt. It's like we know they're gonna probably end up somewhere.
Yeah, and they're
And
gonna outperform their ADP. Zeke's good,
exactly.
even if he's a goal line only guy, he's gonna have 10 touchdowns this year.
Okay, that's a bold call. But I mean, I do agree that guys like Zeke, Fournette, Hunt, the second they're announced, they go somewhere, their ADPs will climb.
Yeah. I've been telling you guys from the start. I don't like Kareem Hunt. He lost his legs. I loved him
He's
as a
going,
player.
he's
I
going
I
at
tried
pick
to cheer for him all
202.
year last year, but like whenever he was just not the same player. I hate to say it, but he just didn't have the same explosiveness as he once did.
But he's going so late.
All right, so we're up in 2. Who are our
Right.
Irv's still there?
Yeah, if Irv's still there, he's like
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah,
snap
definitely
buy.
get him.
Yeah.
That's
And
an amazing
then-
value.
Yeah. And then we got one or two
Zeke,
picks.
I like Zeke or Gerald Everett.
I was gonna say Everett too.
yeah, I'd say Zeke or Everett.
I
Jerome
feel like
Ford's the
Zeke
guy
could
that's
potentially
climbing.
fall. Everett probably won't fall.
No, I've seen Everett. I mean, I've seen them both fall. I've seen them both go earlier. But Jerome Ford was the guy that was going 200. I was taking a bunch of him, but now he's like the clear second guy. He's been rising.
I couldn't even tell you who else was on that running back depth chart.
I know. He was a good pick, and I think he's still a good pick. I don't think he necessarily fits our roster, but
Yeah, just
Zeke
Nick
or
Chubb is
Everett,
built.
who do we think?
He doesn't get hurt.
I say Zeke because I think there's a teardrop after him kind
Yeah.
of at running back.
Yeah, and then we'll be done at RB if that would be my vote.
All right.
Well, we could still take a 6 depending on value that falls late. We could
Good.
be done at running back or receiver at this point, and so it's like whatever falls
Right.
to us. But we're for sure taking 2 more tight ends.
So you're saying you want to leave the door open for Zach Evans?
Not him. It would be for Fournette or Hunt.
All I'm saying is he
For
was in the
Tank Dell?
conversation for Doak Walker Award last year, and who won Doak Walker the year before? Kenneth
Oh,
Walker.
Chuba Hubbard's still there. Okay, if he
Oh gosh, come on.
okay, he fits the we would have 2
Yeah.
Carolina. I mean, we can still get Hayden Hurst.
Hopefully
Chuba
he's
Hubbard,
gone by then.
He had a whole season to himself, and he didn't do it.
he
I'm
didn't
sorry.
though.
I'm done. He had his shot. He didn't do it.
He
He's
didn't
done.
though. Have a whole season to himself.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Sure did.
but okay,
Sure did,
you're
Bob.
telling me Miles Sanders goes down, or if we just don't think Miles Sanders because he never really had a full workload anywhere at any time of his career.
Yeah, I would rather take a handcuff we've never seen because we know Chuba Hubbard can't do it.
But he would put up points.
Marginal points, like 8 at most. I'd rather have Nathaniel Dell, my favorite guy.
Don't think I've clicked his name once.
Well, I'm just saying you gotta open up your horizon a little bit. There's some good
Rookie
value.
wide receiver on the Texans is like straight vomit.
I think a late round guy that has got a chance to tear it up though is Cole.
No, I like McCole. He's one of my favorite
That's-
receiver late. But it just does he fit? Like right now, we're looking to.
I'd rather have Hodges.
I mean, I like
Tyler
Hardman.
Conklin.
We're trying to like correlate stuff here late. Let's try to if we can. If there's like a tiebreaker where 2 guys like they're tossed up, do we really think McCole is going to outscore this guy?
Right.
but one of them correlates to our roster, we should take the guy that correlates.
191, 194, and 215.
And we have 3 picks left.
3 picks.
So 2 tight ends, and then whatever value, whether it's a 4th tight end, a 8th receiver, or a 6th running back. But we're set at
3
all.
tight ends.
What?
3 tight ends.
We could go 4 if we like a 4th. I think Hayden Hurst definitely should be one of them because he's a great value where he goes and he fits. Or we'd have Jacksonville, we'd have Kirk and Zay with DJ Chark and Hayden Hurst run back in a shootout for week 17. We didn't get a Green Bay guy, but if we go 4 tight ends or 3 even, we can get Musgrave.
So do we like any of these guys in front of Hurst?
Any
I mean, not really. Gesicki's right there with him, but Gesicki
Okay.
we could take too.
I would
Nope.
rather take Hurst. So do we like any of these guys better than Musgrave?
I like
I
Isaiah.
mean, I like
Likely.
almost all of them more than Musgrave, but
Yeah.
the point is,
But with our lineup construction right now, getting a Green Bay player in there.
yeah, I mean, I would
So I'm
put
trying to
Musgrave-
gauge because we've got 191, 194, and 215. So we might be able to get Musgrave at 215.
Musgrave, we would wait and see if we get him last. If we don't, we don't get a Green Bay run back, and that's fine.
Okay. So we're getting Hurst here, and then
No, not at 191. I would say we
at 194 though.
at 194. Yes, with 191, I think
See,
we could take.
this is where I like
You
reaching.
want
PB.
like
You just
Marshall,
go get the guy you like.
Chenault.
I like Terrence Marshall for the first pick here.
No, we're reaching way too much. We could get him with our last pick if we can't get Musgrave. We should go. I mean, I don't know, a 6th running
Another
back.
running back, dude.
No.
I
think you go
actually
Hayden Hurst.
I actually do think we should probably get a 6th running back, but
I think we need a tight end. We have 1 tight
okay,
end. and it's Irv Smith.
just get Hurst now.
Yeah.
Just get Hurst now.
You got to go get. We got to build out an actual roster.
All right. So I think so the reason I was asking about that is because I think if we're okay with Musgrave over any of these guys, like I think we can get him at 215. So now the question is, who do we get in 1 pick?
I like
We
Terrence
get
Marshall.
this is where we get the value, and I think it's right now it's running back value that's falling.
Chase
What are the
Brown.
receivers there? Oh no, just keep put running back and receiver up. I mean, Chase Brown fell, but doesn't really fit. Gus Edwards. I just think Gus, Fournette, or Hunt is.
I don't think any of those guys are outscoring the
It's
running
their
backs we
backups.
have.
They're
What are we
Dobbins
going?
goes down. Gus Edwards is crushes his value, dominates. Fournette goes to
All
a.
right, Terrence Marshall.
Oh my gosh.
It auto drafted, dude. You guys, we couldn't come to an agreement.
I wanted Terrence Marshall. PB's too hung up
It's
on
fine.
the
We're gonna
ADP
get
stuff.
Musgrave in the last round.
Yeah,
We've got
we
one
just
pick left.
we just completed our full Carolina Jacksonville game stack. You got to be happy about that.
I get it. I just thought we could have used a running back way more than a receiver with our
I
roster.
don't think any of these guys are outscoring Najee Harris.
What do you, Nick? Don't you understand the
Hall.
point? The point of taking a 6th running back there is Terrence Marshall, his upside would never ever touch Gus Edwards, Fournette, or Kareem Hunt in a good situation. Dobbins goes down. Terrence Marshall's not going to touch Gus Edwards.
But Terrence Marshall is wide receiver too, and you don't need something bad to happen in order for him to be relevant.
No, we don't know he's wide receiver too. He's with Bryce Young on the Panthers, and I'm just saying the upside of Fournette, Hunt, Gus Edwards is way higher and we already had 7 solid receivers. So I get it. It fits our stack. I'm fine, but it's just we probably should have taken a running back. But
So what do you want to do with this last pick, Nate Dell?
no, tight end, 1,000%.
I think we need a tight end.
Yeah.
So it'd be Musgrave and then Gesicki, Likely, McBride, like just queue them all up because it would be like.
I mean, who do you like? My favorite.
We have 2 week 7s. Make sure we don't get another. So don't put Ferguson in there. So put Fant, and then Jelani, and then Hunter Henry. somehow we lose out on all these guys.
Hunter Henry, no.
Oh God.
We need a third tight end, Nick.
I know, but it's
We just
not
picked
going to be
7 people.
I'd rather take Darnell Washington.
Yeah,
Hunter
honestly, I would
Henry.
too.
I mean, luckily we won't have to make
Gronk is still in there.
Hunter Henry PB is a tight end 3 with Mac Jones.
Parham is still there.
Situation.
Tight end 2.
I mean, debatable because
The co-tight end 1.
Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith's not there.
Where'd he go?
Not sure. He's not there anymore.
He is there. Look him up. They signed those guys to like the same exact contract.
Jonnu Smith was there last year. He's on the Falcons.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, who do you like? Isaiah Likely or Noah Fant?
I like. It depends on the roster I have. If I need the points, I go Fant for sure. But if like I had Kelsey, I would pick Likely. Or if I have 4 tight ends, I would put Likely.
Likely was getting a lot of looks at the end of last year.
Yeah, and when Mark Andrews was hurt too.
I think he's my favorite one on the board right now.
The thing I don't mind about Musgrave with this is like if a rookie tight end does it's going to be at the end of the year, and so it would fit our stack. I just don't really like him I don't think he's going to contribute much throughout the season.
I like Lamar Jackson over Jordan Love. I think that's a little bit safer.
Who?
Likely over Musgrave.
Likely, yeah.
No,
or Jake Ferguson maybe for Dak. I mean,
we have 2 weeks.
You can't have all week 7 buys.
Oh. Zach Ertz it is.
No, definitely not Ertz.
I want 0 Arizona Cardinals on all of my underdog teams.
I think I would go Cardinals have been one of my highest owned guys. Marquise Brown, Rondell Moore, a little bit of James Conner. I've taken.
Right, so are we going Likely or Musgrave?
I say Musgrave.
I say Likely.
Okay.
Go ahead and pick Alex.
We need tight end points, I think, and Likely is not going to give us anything, and Musgrave fits our stack.
He's probably the starter, so he'll probably get more targets on the year.
Going Musgrave.
But Mark Andrews goes down. I'm just going to say told you so.
True. That'd be fair.
Yeah, but then you'll have another roster that probably has Likely.
I like this squad,
I got a lot of Likely. I'll pull it up. Let's see how much my exposure is to him right now.
I like the squad we just drafted though.
Oh yeah, I like it a lot.
Really
I just wish we had not taken Marshall there and taken Fournette or Hunt. I would have felt perfect about it.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Likely. Oh, I only have 10% drafted on him.
You gotta get those numbers up.
I have Irv Smith 40%.
Numbers.
Darren Waller at 35%.
Oh, okay, you've been taking a lot of.
And a lot of T.J. Hawkinson 20%.
Yeah, I need to take a little more of him. But that'll do it for this episode. We're gonna try to do one of these a week.
One a week.
Yeah, one Basketball Mania draft a week. Hopefully Corey will be here next week, but I don't know. I think we may have just drafted the winner, so it's kind of useless for him to join now. But thank you guys for watching. We'll be back for some more, in addition to the drafts, like strategy videos and redraft fantasy stuff as it gets closer to September. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.